Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it have been what I think like almost 2 weeks that I've been off of here. I hope that you guys are blessed wherever you are. I hope that you're continuing to stand strong in your faith, knowing that you are not in this by yourself. I have took some time off for a little bit, but I am back to come and bring a great word. And before I get started, I just want to say welcome to my latest subscribers. I welcome you to this channel. This channel is to glorify the righteousness of God while being real and transparent before you all. I always want to be real. I always want to be relatable and transparent before you guys because we're in a world that is so needed. It's such a delusion that's going on in this world, and I think we need people to really be open about where they truly are. I have to continue to keep advocating about root issues of the heart. We need to address them in our lives at all times so that they can't store up shop inside of us, and so that we're not being misled and going off in wrong emotions. And with that being said, before I get started, remember the last video, you guys. I hope that my last videos, you were really encouraged and blessed by them. I remember in the last video I was talking about, if God gave you a word, why divorce? When God gave us a word, you guys, and I have to keep saying this, when he gave us a word, and you know that he didn't give us a word, and he didn't confirm it many different times. I know that the stand can be a little bit tedious, because we don't know from the time he gave that word to how long we're going to have to wait for that word to manifest. But I believe the reason why sometimes it's a pause on the manifestation of that word is because he's still dealing with issues of your very own heart. See, we as a people, and I have to say this, it's such a blame spirit going on right now. Pointing fingers. I blame this person. I blame this person for this. I blame this person for that. It's because of them. It's because of this. It's because of that. It's because they didn't do this. It's because we blame people so much about how we feel. Now, initially, when people do things to us, of course, we're going to feel those feelings. But it's up to us if we stay in those feelings. It's up to us to try to look at things in a different way, in a godly perspective, not in a worldly perspective, but a godly one. Because if we look at things in a godly way, it's going to bring forth great things in our lives. But I just see so much blame, just everywhere. And it's just like, are we going to get away from, and I'm not talking about just with the spouses and in marriages. I'm talking about people in general, period, are blaming someone for something, and they stuck on that only. They're not looking for resolutions, godly resolutions. They want to continue to keep justifying their wrong emotions because of a situation that they may be going through, and that's just not right. So I wanted to say that, and also adding to that, one of my sisters, prime example of one of my sisters, who said that she had heard the Holy Spirit tell her, or the Holy Spirit confirmed to her, that she should divorce her husband. And when she was telling me that, I was quiet. I didn't say really anything. I just was like, okay, the Holy Spirit told you that. Now in my mind, I'm knowing like the Holy Spirit didn't tell you that. I've been listening to you. I know what's been going on with you. It's been hurt. It's been anger. It's been all these frustrating feelings. And so when the sister went and she pursued trying to get a divorce, the paperwork, something keeps coming back with the paperwork wrong every single time. And it's so funny because if that's what God wanted her to do, nothing can stop any paperwork. It's going to fall in alignment. But it's not falling in alignment because God did not tell her that. She was telling her wrong emotions was telling her that, and she admitted that. So now her and her husband, the divorce is off the table. This is a prime example why we need to really focus on ourselves during this time and really not focus on the spouse. It's about praying for them, most definitely, but it's about our root issues too. It's about us getting to the root issues of our heart so that we can be made whole and we can be made over and we can see them in a different light. Like we can see them the way that Christ sees them, because no matter what, I believe that God most definitely loves those spouses that is out there. He doesn't love what they are doing, but he loves them. And as he loved you enough to draw you back to him, he loved them enough to do the same thing too. So with that being said, because I wanted this to just be a short word, and here it is, you guys know that I can talk. So let me just go into this word. And this is coming from Romans 12:2. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that by testing you may discern what is the will of God and what is good and acceptable and perfect. And with that, change your way of thinking. That's the word. If your emotions is thinking for you, then you won't have real faith about your marriage being restored. If you keep playing over and over again what was done to you, where they are, and what was being said to you, and you're not in a humble place, but a defensive one, then you're going to keep going back and forth with yourself when it comes to standing. In order to stand, we must first really forgive. Not saying we do, then pointing out what they may still be doing. Forgiving is letting go of all offenses while not being quick to be offended. It's having patience, knowing God is with you and for you, and in his timing, he will bring your spouse forth. I think it's very important to address what you should be praying for, and that's the heart of your spouse. Remember, God knows the intentions of our heart, and in it lies much evil. It was evil that entered into a spouse's heart and led them to leave. Pray that the heart of your spouse will be completely restored back to Christ, and as it do, your marriage will be restored too. Also, restoration is not just for who you're praying for, it's also for you as well. Let the Lord in your heart completely so you can genuinely pray for the heart of the one that is lost. And that is the truth. If you are not in a position where you can pray for them wholeheartedly without feeling, bitter or angry or anything like that, if you cannot do that, then it's a heart issue with you. It's something going on with you, because guys, we don't have the ability to change people, right? But we do have the ability to allow God to change us, to change the way that we see, feel, respond, behave. We have that ability, but we don't have the ability to change anybody. And so my thing is I have said to sisters, if your spouse have been acting the same way this entire time, why are you continuing to allow yourself to be upset by the behavior? That makes no sense. Your spouse is acting the exact same way. And yes, sometimes they can get a little bit worse, and if they do, that means you got to back up. You got to back up off of them. I don't think that we're supposed to be conversating with people, or conversating with them if it's causing us to hurt, or being around them if it's causing us to hurt. We're not supposed to do that. We can love them from a distance and we can continue to keep praying for them. And some people may be stronger than others. So let me not speak for everybody, but personally for myself, I don't think that I could have been in my husband's company and we were not trying to be as one. I couldn't lay in the same bed with him. I couldn't have him come over and see me and then he leaves and I know where he's, he's leaving me and where he's going to. Like, that would really hurt me and really would mess with my emotions. And if it start messing with my emotions, then I'm not going to be able to pray effectively and efficiently for my husband like I'm called to. So I hope and this is not just for this channel is not just for the wives. This is for husbands too. Husbands, this is for you too, for your wife. You know what I mean? If you're still being intimate with her and you're trying to pray for her, that's not going to work. Because you're going to be praying off of emotions and you don't want to pray off of emotions. You want to pray off your faith. And faith have nothing to do with our emotions, you guys. It really don't. And so with that being said, I hope that you were blessed by this word. I will be back later on this week to bring some more great words. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I thank you again for all my new subscribers. I thank you, just for everybody from the beginning that you guys email me or even comment, and you always say to me how proud you are of me, of my transition, of how far I have come. But I'm proud of you too. I'm proud that you have not stopped. I'm proud that you continue to glorify God. I'm proud that you continue to be obedient and honorable. I'm proud that you continuing to stand on the promises of his word no matter what. Continue to stand with God, because as you do, his love, which is real love, is going to prevail. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys. Continue to uplift me as I uplift you.